booting up the game, and then the first thing I hear is like this really cheery music. I'm like, okay, let's go. And then I'm like, oh yeah, someone has died. Someone has passed away. I think we've kind of explored all the options in this room, but I'm sure they'll take us back here at some point if we need to go back here. But there's still some other places we have to explore too. Like we have to talk about the, first of all, let's move back to the backstage hallway. Is anyone going to be here? No, there's not. So I guess we have to go to, we've been in this dressing room. We've been in this dressing room. We haven't been on the stage yet, which is actually very cool to see from this perspective. July 7th in the wings. So the wings is like the, just off stage. The stage looks empty. I was hoping to get a chance to talk to Prosecutor Gavin. Oh well, nothing to do but go to the crime scene, I guess. I'm kind of confused because shouldn't we already be here? Isn't this the thing where like we should already like we already explored all the other areas? I guess we could still examine some areas and have like a bit of fun with them, I guess. Like that's always a nice thing about this game. Wow, the piano looks much bigger up close up. Machi plays so beautifully. You're like a real pianist. That's just silly, Apollo. How can you call someone as good as Machi a pianist? What? Why, that's like throwing him in the same class as Daddy. Good thing Mr. Wright didn't hear that one. So it was more of an insult to Phoenix than it was to the 14-year-old boy Machi. Look at all these electronic devices. I'm guessing they have something to do with sound? My guess is, why guess when we can fiddle? Let's see here. Go on, fiddle away. Don't touch that. No, fiddle away. Healthy curiosity is key to good investigation. When in doubt, fiddle. That's what Daddy always says. They should require parental testing, clearly. No, he's a great dad. What a big stage. It's on a whole other scale than the Wonder Bar. The lights are so bright I couldn't see the whole first part of the concert. That's actually really cool as well that like she's like finds this appealing too because she's always on stage also. So it's kind of cool that she's like, oh, I like the idea of being on stage too. I'd love to do my act on a stage like this someday. Just hold back on the lights for my eyes' sake, please. You'll be too blinded by magic to worry about the lights. Yeah. You probably don't want to blind the audience if you plan on showing them magic. No, she can do whatever she wants. Trucy can blind them. There's the symbol for the band as well. More guitars. And a bass guitar. And that's a big instrument case. That's a case for a contrabass, I think. You could fit 20 violins in there, I bet. It may look like a violin, but it's a completely different instrument. You could fit 5 Trucies in there, I bet. No. Hey, are you comparing me to an instrument? I wonder who left it in sitting open like this. What's so funny is like Trucy does get very defensive about that stuff, and like rightly so. Like she's a teenage girl, like like, and it's not just like teenage girls or teenage boys. It's even like in fairness, adults can get defensive too. But also like she's also like a very straight, like again we talk about tunnel vision. She has a lot of her tunnel vision when it comes to like life and stuff like that. Like she has her way of living. She's been raised in a certain way, and that's the way she acts. Look, a ladder. I guess they need one to work the lights and such. Why don't they use a step ladder? They keep calling back to this, man. I prefer step ladders, really. Just like your dad. I guess it's not a stepdad, it's your real dad. It's definitely your real dad. Because like obviously the ages don't add up, but like it's definitely your real dad, regardless of whether it's blood related or not. Is that so wrong? Not wrong, just, well, why do you prefer step ladders? They're so much more flexible than plain old ladders. I prefer my ladders rigid and stable, thank you. I love that adorable face that she does. Okay, so I think we've kind of explored everything to do with this area then. He said go back to the crime scene, but is there anything we missed here? We talked about the crime and the victim. Can we, I wonder, could we present you with something? Like this here? Sorry, okay. Fair enough, okay. Maybe the keys? No. This lyric sheet? Okay, it looks like presenting stuff ain't gonna work. Presenting stuff ain't gonna work. So let's try and examine some more stuff. Maybe we did miss something here, because he did say come back to the crime scene. It could be a possibility that we just missed something. There's more events and stuff like that as well. Maybe we could try going to the other opposite room and see if we missed anything there. into Gavin's room. The Gaviners' dressing room. We have to have missed something, right? There's no doubt about it. No. What am I... Usually it's like something very small as well that we're missing. Like usually it's tiny. Let's go to... Unless it's here. Oh. Maybe it is here? A concert post for the Guilty as Charged tour. I love that name, Guilty as Charged. Seems kind of negative to me. Well, why don't we do the opposite? Magician Tracy presents the Innocent as Charged tour. There you go. It works. Kind of loses impact, doesn't it? I like it. I like it, Tracy. It works out. Yeah, it looks like that's, we've explored everything here too. Unless that's a trigger to explore the stage again. No. Is there anything I can present you with at all? What with these? No? Because you're the only human around here. What with the gun? The murder? What? Here we go. This revolver is incredibly heavy. It's been fired twice. You can still smell the gunpowder. That's odd. What's odd? Oh, nothing. Hey, no fair. Tell us. It's just something about this revolver seems strange. Strange? Oh, we can talk about the revolver now? Yes, awesome. Okay, that's all it was. What do you think about this revolver? Well, it's pretty big and heavy. That's right. It's a .45 caliber. That makes it one of the deadliest revolvers around. Even the police don't carry guns this big. Really? Yeah, it doesn't make sense. You don't need so much power to kill at such a close range. That's true. It's overkill, so it wasn't at close range? I'm not sure I see the problem. I mean, whenever I go out to eat curry, I order it extra spicy just to be sure it's spicy. Trucy's like, her input is invaluable. Of course, I can only ever eat 1 or 2 bites. Oh, Trucy. And that's not a problem? There's another thing about a gun this big. It puts a lot of strain on the shooter. Strain? Yeah, say if you were to fire this revolver. The recoil will probably dislocate your shoulder. Jesus Christ. So maybe we could like find someone with a dislocated shoulder. That's what we need to find. Ouch! It's like the shooter's a victim too. Yet the killer used his revolver and quite well. I'm guessing whoever did it was used to shooting. Used to shooting a high caliber weapon? Well, that's about it. I think we looked at just everything there is. I guess you're right. I know how you're feeling. It's hard to know when to stop. But anything more involved has to wait until the squad gets here. I suppose. I'll go report the evidence. Sorry, but could you wait here till I get back? Huh? Oh, actually, we have to... Great, thanks. Oh, Jesus. She left. What do we do, Apollo? She told us to wait. Great. Now how am I supposed to investigate? Oh well, I guess it can't be helped. Let's go. Huh? Go? Time's a wasting, Apollo. We've got a lot of ground to cover. Trucy has the vibes of like a honest criminal. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't really see themselves as a criminal, you know? And we adore her. Well, that's true, but on second thought, why not? I'm sure everything will be fine. I don't know. I feel like this is like Wingus and Dingus like leaving a crime scene together here. Of course we will. Let's go. We're just leaving a dead... I don't think it's wise to do this. I don't think it's wise to do this at all. To leave the crime scene unattended to. But then again, Emma Skye should not have left us here. But then again, she trusted us because we're related to Phoenix as well, didn't she? Not we can do. Not we can do. July 7th, Backstage hallway. Oh my god. What the... What are you? Who's there? He looks like, are you okay? We didn't just imagine that, did we? No, it's okay, Truzy. He's wearing a silk hat. Friend of yours? Hardly. Whoever that was, he surely looks suspicious. That was very strange. He looked like Scumbag Dad. You know that YouTuber? You look like Scumbag Dad. Stage, I'm guessing, is where we have to go next. I'm guessing it is stage next. Yeah. July 7th in the wings. Oh, here's Clavier. What is with today? The problem after problem. Achung. You ain't kidding. It's the two leading members of the Gaviners, Apollo. Clavier on vocals and Darian on guitar. They're so cool. I have a hard time thinking of Clavier as anything but a prosecutor, honestly. Huh? What are they arguing about? Probably the case, I bet. My hog won't start, my guitar case is busted, my guitar's been burnt to a crisp, and on top of all that, someone's dead. Yeah, just like that's the cherry, right? And then there was a performance just now. What was that all about? I think it's like, obviously, like, we're gonna find out probably is all related in some way, but like, I feel like with negativity, what happens is that like, it's, when one thing bad happens to you, you are prepared to see all the other bad stuff, right? And while some stuff wouldn't feel like it's like, oh, like, you know, on any other day, like if, you know, oh I broke a plate this morning and then I chipped my tooth later or something, and it's like, those things aren't related, but it feels like, oh God, why is this happening today of all days? You know, because you notice it more. Hey man, don't blame me. You're the one who missed the cue. Me? Miss a cue? How can I conceivably get the most important part of that song wrong? How? And what was all that tinny playing of yours? Oh wow, that's to say that to a guitar player. That's a real big insult. Who you calling tinny? Sounds like they're having a spat. One of those differences in musical direction bands are always splitting up over. Trucy's always planning the fan fiction of them breaking up. This is hardly the time. What are you two doing here? Oh, hiya. We were just discussing the investigation, if you don't mind. Sorry, wait, you were what? Listen, you need to confirm that with the Republic of Borginia, Detective Crescent. Right, anything else? What did he just call him? Detective? He's a detective? Greetings. No, take that off. Take that off right now. Take that off right now. Darian Crescent, Criminal Affairs Division 3. Hello, Criminal Affairs? Apollo, you really don't know anything about the Gaviners, do you? You didn't know anything about them up to like a week ago. Something tells me that's about to be remedied. With the music as well. Do we re-examine things, or I think we've already examined? Yeah, okay, good. Let's talk to you then about the case. About the crime. Which crime do you mean? The guitar burning. The murder, what else? Oh, that. For me, today has been a hit parade of crimes, you see. Prosecutor Gavin was singing the blues earlier, wasn't he? Something about his hog and his guitar case. Anyway, I'm afraid you know more about the killing of Mr. By the way, it's romaine lettuce, so it's lettuce. It is romaine lettuce. Yes, thank you. For now, at least. Huh? You were the one who found the body, yeah? While we were in the middle of a performance, no less. Aren't you going to examine the crime scene, Prosecutor Gavin? I'll leave that to Fräulein, Detective. Wouldn't want to step on her toes. They're not exactly best buddies, are they? Well, she's unbelievably annoyed by him. And Prosecutor Gavin, I mean. Well, what to do next? We've already checked out the scene. Prosecutor Gavin may be right. We might be the most informed for once. Maybe Prosecutor Gavin can shed some light on things we found. That's actually very smart. We'll talk about the Gaviners, then we'll start presenting stuff to him. Well done, Trucy. I don't believe you, Apollo. How can you come to this concert and not know about the Gaviners? We did it for you. We did it for you. He did the whole, like, older brother thing, bring you to a concert. It's not surprising my even our ancestors knew nothing of America's existence once. I know America exists. The Gaviners aren't just an average rock band, Apollo. Each member is connected to the police somehow. Okay. The police? The real police. By day they pack heat, but by night they heat up the stage. By day those lips interrogate, by night they sing songs of unrequited passion. She did so much study. Okay. And like her doing all the study shows that she's actually a very good asset to have around because she's like actually good at retaining information. They debuted 7 years ago with a 13 years hard time for love. Then came Love with No Chance of Parole, and my boyfriend is the prosecution's witness. The list of hits goes on and on. This here's my right-hand man. Daring Crescent. I make the melodies and he attacks them with his guitar. He's a bit of a rogue, really.
And this guy's a bit of a perfectionist. Where the performance goes a little bit wrong when he goes into this funk, just like today.
I'd hope murder would be a bit more off-putting than a ruined concert. The concert today? A disaster. I'll get to the bottom of this and then we'll see you, Mr. Q.
Mr. Q, they were arguing about that before.
Great. I love nothing more than questioning tormented artists. You've inherited the questioning crazy people from Phoenix. It is your job now. The Miss Q.
What's this Miss Q you keep talking about?
Ah, you heard it, didn't you? From the audience.
Actually, I didn't notice anything. See, no amateur is going to pick up on that.
Can you guarantee an entire audience of amateurs? No. Now take a listen to this.
What's that?
A mixing board. We use it to record our concert tonight.
Am I supposed to be investigating a murder? Well, we've come this far. Might as well go all the way.
Gambler's fallacy, let's go.
I've always wanted to learn about the recording industry.
This is but one of the devices used in recordings. Okay. We're a 5-part band. This lets us record each member's performance separately. Use the sliders to adjust the volume for each part. Check it out. Do they want me to actually check it out? Oh. I thought that was me doing it, but I guess I did it by myself. I clicked at the right time.
Wow, neat. So could you say hear only the drum part?
Of course. That's how we'll find the criminal guilty of missing his Q tonight. I'm more concerned with the other criminal.
The one who kills people?
You want to help on the case? Then help me with mine.
I guess rock and roll comes before prosecuting.
Let's begin. First, we bring up the part of the performance in question. You simply choose the section of song you wish to hear on the uppermost bar. Like so. There it is. Now listen. Okay, that sounded okay.
Was something wrong?
You can hear it? Listen again closely.
Did the drum fill go out to, the time is still off, is it?
You see? There, right at the most important part. And even an amateur can hear it.
Amateur with mixing bowl, maybe.
You're missing the point. We'll never stamp out crime until we're perfect. Perfect.
Here he goes again.
Right. Here, amateur, you will prove my point.
Huh? Me?
You will find the Miss Q.
What?
You will tell us which instrument, which part is the guilty party.
But how?
Did I not just explain it? Move the sliders with up L. Oh no. Then you will find the part that hopelessly bungles the Q. You will find it with your untrained amateur ears.
Nothing to do with try, Apollo.
I guess.
I'll admit it, this looks kind of fun.
First, a quick review. Jump to another section of song with L and R. Then, okay, yeah, we got it. Once you find the guilty part, press triangle to point it out. Time to rock. So we're gonna turn down all of this stuff here. Because is this the drum part? I think this is the drum part. Hold on a second here. That's bass. What is... This? I don't know. This part is off? Which is that, Second guitar? Ah! Wait, did I just pressed randomly. What? Was that right? Wait, it was right? But I was looking for... I tried to press on the drum beat. Hold on a second. Okay, I mean, happy accident, but still. Here, look, I was like... I get what I did wrong. I turned down the guitar and then kept the drum in. I thought that I was clicking on the drum, but I was actually still on the other one. Okay, that's a happy accident. We'll take that. I'll take that. That's fine. Oh well, that's all you have to say? That kind of attitude lets killers walk free, Darian. Here they go again. Don't be fighting in front of Trucy. Maybe it wasn't such a good idea to ask about the concert. It started to feel like we were just wasting time. It's all experience under our belts. That can't be bad. So we have another soundboard. Okay, I guess it's added to the court record? I still can't get over the title for that song. Guilty Love? So do we start presenting stuff to you then? Yeah, that was a happy accident. We'll take it. Like we'll always take it, you know? What do you think of this? Sorry, but I'm not... Okay. Or Gavin is one of those cool stoic types. The sort that never complains. How wrong I was. Well, see, in music, he's probably a different type of passion, you know what I mean? This lyric sheet? I wrote those lyrics, you know. Though it was Lamiroir who gave them life.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Maybe I should try to write some lyrics someday. So, like, again, very sibling energy of the idea of, like, him being like, well, I write songs too. I can write songs too. Okay, we're not going to talk about this then. That's fine. This... Okay, the gun for sure. He's gonna want to look at the gun. No? Okay. The keys? I was wondering if you knew anything about this. That. Does it look familiar? Familiar, it's mine. That's my keyring. I've been looking all over for it. Oh no.
What? This is yours, Mr. Gavin?
I knew it.
Apollo, how can you make that I knew it face?
Oh, she knows me already.
This is the key that was...
Yeah, I know. Thanks anyway. So, where did you find it? Actually, the victim was holding it. Like he was trying to keep it from the killer. Even if it meant his life. What? What? The victim? You mean Mr. Lataus had my keys? Indeed. When will my trials be over? Speaking of trials, I've never heard of Mr. Gavin whine in court like he has been today. Oh yeah, a subscriber, I think, was correcting me on some pronunciation. I'll get that up now, actually. Last night, if I can actually, like, check it out here. Give me 2 seconds here. Just so we can get it right. So, here we go. So, Lamiroir is pronounced Lamiroir. Machi has a hard C on it, so it's Maki, like a... So, Maki. Machi is Maki. Lamiroir. And yeah, okay, that's fine. Okay, so Lamiroir and Maki. Speaking of trials, I never heard Mr. Gavin whine in court like he has today. Yeah, it's like it's different passions, different, like, he obviously, like, invests more emotion into, like, the music side of things. Em was right about the fop, I'll give her that.
Apollo, Mr. Gavin, maybe we can help. Tell us about your troubles today.
Thanks, Imiko, by the way, for that pronunciation guide. I really don't think that's...
Tell us, and we'll keep mum about the keyring for now.
Trucy is a little gangster. She's learned a lot from Walkie. Are you blackmailing me, Fräulein? Yes, she is. She's very much blackmailing you, and I approve.
You're saying something about your motorcycle not starting? And something about your guitar case being busted?
You're well informed.
You mentioned it a few times.
It all happened this morning. It's all this keyring's fault.
The keyring?
It got all my keys on it, yeah? My bike key, my car key, and my key to the guitar case.
Wait, so this keyring?
It disappeared. I thought I put it on my jacket pocket.
Prosecutor Gavin's keyring disappeared?
I had to come to the concert by taxi. How embarrassing. And in order to get my guitar out, I had to break the lock.
Wait, this guitar wasn't the one that...
The very one. Up in flames.
So someone relocked it, maybe? And right on stage, too. I actually thought that was part of the show.
Crazy.
And to top it off, Mr. Lataus' life was taken.
Nobody told me about days like this. Again, a lot of music references here.
Strange days indeed.
A lot of music references. You think?
What's wrong, Trucy? Well, I was just trying to make sense of everything. If this heart-shaped keyring gets stolen, then a very expensive guitar flares up on stage. Then Mr. Taos dies.
Yes, and? Come on, Trucy.
Could it all really be just a coincidence?
Coincidence? Meaning? Darian, can you make any sense of all this?
Hey, don't look at me. What do you think, Apollo? Huh? I mean, either Mr. Gavin's having a really bad day, or all this was planned. I mean, like, it sets up a turn of events, doesn't it? Like, why did he have his key? Why was the thing locked? You know, it does set up like kind of like a whole different set of events. You are thinking what I think you're thinking. Are you, Freyloin? I am. What? Hey, don't leave me in the dark with Spike here.
The name's Apollo, but yeah, I agree. You calling me Spike, skunk? Don't leave us in the dark. What are you talking about?
Haven't you noticed a connection, Apollo? A curious connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles today.
Well, I have noticed.
You know, something was bugging me too. That keyring and the guitar and the body. Slow down there, Polly. You look a wee bit dizzy.
Honestly, I feel like I wish we said we didn't know so we could let Trucy explain it, because I feel like this was her moment as well.
He's bluffing, he hasn't figured it out. Fess up if you're a man. You're as clueless as I am. Huh?
No, give her forward a chance. Let's see your evidence of connection, shall we?
Evidence? I better think of something pronto. Come on, let's see it. What's the connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles?
So the connection we're talking about is between the guitar, the thing, the keys. Wait. The key ring. Yeah, because it's the key to his car, the key to his case, and the key to... Yeah? His dressing room? The connection is this, right?
I would say you were close, but really you're kind of far.
Oh, okay, sorry. Oops, try not to anger Trucy, Apollo. No sudden motions, just find that evidence slowly.
Come on, let's see it. What's the connection between all of Mr. Gavin's troubles?
This? The connection is this, right? I would say you're close, but I'm really not getting this. Trucy, do you want to just explain it? Do you want to just explain it, Trucy? Wait. So the song? Wait, the song! Stole away the keys. Fly through the air. Guitar up together in the sky. The burning... Yes, that's it. That's it. Okay, I was very silly there. It's this, isn't it?
A lyric sheet? The guitar serenade? What's that got to do with anything?
It has everything to do with everything. That I wouldn't have believed it if the Freyloin hadn't pointed out. Yeah, she's really smart. She actually is really, really smart. She's very, very crazy, but she's smart.
What are you talking about, man? Enough with the riddles.
Maybe it's a coincidence, or perhaps it means something. Don't you think, Freyloin?
I do. Everything that has happened to Mr. Gavin today is predicted in the lyrics to this song.
That's insane. Trucy, you deserve that pose right now.
What? No way.
The song's prediction.
Just think about it. Everything that's happened to Mr. Gavin. Let's list them in order that they occurred. While reading the lyric sheet. First, the keyring was stolen.
Trucy is so freaking smart.
And not just any keyring, a heart-shaped keyring.
She's so good. And again, like, it is like from like she calls in a lot of experience from like, you know, stage shows herself, and like being kind of like the daughter of like not one of the biggest bluffers, but someone who has been surrounded by liars and bluffers and all this for his whole life, can like teach her a lot of things, I think. When you stole away the keys, my heart held on to so tight.
This is a heart holding keys.
And he was holding on to him as well. Next, the guitar burst into flames. Burning my heart, fire burned my love away.
And then Mr. Taos is killed.
Like a bullet of love, fire take my life away. Was this some kind of crazy publicity stunt or something? Like, what's happening with this?
But that's crazy. Yeah, no kidding. So everything happened today here. This song predicted it all.
Or perhaps it was the other way around. Huh? The criminal could have based their crime on the lyrics. But who would go through all that trouble? Someone who moves in mysterious ways, no doubt. I believe you stumbled upon something quite vital and quite annoying, Fräulein. Ah! She looks pleased. Yeah, of course she is. Her new hero just praised her. The lyrics predicting the crime, Clavier? Seems a bit more than just a coincidence to me. I have to agree. The keyring, the guitar, and the murder. The keyring might have been dropped by accident. Yet the victim was holding it. Hard to think that it was unconnected. That's true. Prosecutor Gavin's as calm as collected as ever, because he probably, like, that kind of leads me to believe that maybe he didn't do anything in this. So the criminal matched their actions to the lyrics? That sounds likely. Why would anyone do that? While we think about that, I'm going to get cracking on the biggest crime here. I'm going to talk to the Bulgarian embassy about Miss Lataus. Alright, thanks, Dorian. I'll leave the pondering of mysteries to you. I'm out of here. There we go. So, whoever did this, like, is just matching it up to the lyrics, which to me is, like, dangerous then, because what if another song, they'd choose another song after this? Why did they choose another song and they kill someone else? A foreign national, Mr. Lataus, was killed. It seems that would have been the point of all this. But they did more than that. They left us with not only a murder, but a mystery. Intentionally so, almost. Mr. Gavin sure is irritable today. Maybe this is the real Prosecutor Gavin we don't get to see in courtroom. It's so different, though, from your job and something that you're, like, truly passionate about. You know what I mean? Like you care a lot more. It seems he does care a lot more about the music. I've had enough, frankly. If you find any more mysteries, do me a favor and keep them to yourself. Yeah? Yeah. I guess this is all we're going to get from Prosecutor Gavin. That leaves Lamiroir to question. Prosecutor Gavin, do you know where Lamiroir? Lamiroir? Is that what it was again? Okay, I'll look it up again. I'm just so bad at this now. Lamiroir. Lamiroir. I've had to go to my dressing room with that pianist, Maki, to buy, of course. She seemed rather shocked by Mr. Lataus' sudden passion. The Gaviners' dressing room, got it. Let's go. Let's go. We need to question this lady as soon as possible. And her little boy Wander. And I swear to God, Trucy, boys are the devil. Do not go near him. Okay? Actually, boys are very nice. But here's the thing, okay? I need you to, like, you're not allowed to date anyone until you're 83. Okay? July 7th, Backstage hallway. This guy again. What are you doing? Who's there? There he goes again. Who is that guy? Huh? Trucy? You know, he did look sort of familiar. So he is a friend of yours. No, that's not it. Sorry, I don't remember. Curiouser and curiouser. Yeah, what is this, like, mystery of this, like, other magician wandering around the place? By the way, Trucy can date her where she wants. It's not my job to police her life. That would be really wrong. I'm just trying to be funny. July 7th, Gaviners' dressing room. Lamiroir.
What? What has happened? I heard Miss Lataus has died.
Lamiroir, you speak?
I mean,
you speak English?
Yes. I was invited here from the Republic of Borginia, but I'm not Borginian by birth.
But wasn't Mr. Lataus your interpreter?
Yes, well, it was Mr. Lataus' idea. He thought that it would add to the mystery, you see.
It does. It is like a mystery. It is kind of cool. It makes you more mysterious. Then your penis is also... No, Maki is Tobias Borginian. Okay. He does not speak English. Now, please tell me, what has happened to Mr. Lataus? Why did he... Actually, Mr. Lataus was... Trucy. Huh? Remember what Prosecutor Gavin said. Not a word. But Mr. Lataus is Lamiroir's manager. That's not fair to her. It is kind of fair. It's a good idea, though, like, to get some information. I mean, isn't she a related party? Precisely who Prosecutor Gavin doesn't want to alert, I'd suspect. Yeah, Gavin's smart. We'll go with what Gavin's doing. I think he's smart enough. All we have to do, always told us to wait in his room. It is very unsettling. I'm sorry, we're trying to figure out ourselves, honestly. Do you think I could ask you some questions?
Of course, I'm always willing to help. She's as calm as she looked on stage. I can't put my finger on why, but I like this Lamiroir.
And then this beautiful person as well. Look, it's actually great design. The outfit as well. Oh my god. They look like they're gossiping.
What is it, Maki? What? But you'd be alone. What seems to be the problem? Maki, he's not good around strangers. Aw. He wishes to go out for a breath of fresh air.
Trucy, will you watch him?
Would that be alright? Can you watch him, Trucy?
Sure, of course. I don't think that's a good idea whatsoever. Especially since they made it a point that we were leaving the other room unattended. Like, intentionally they made it a point to make us know that. Yeah.
What does he wish to ask me about?
Let's talk about a lot of stuff here. Interesting music as well. Let's talk about you first.
The Republic of Borginia. That's in Northern Europe, right?
It's a good song. It's a really good song.
I've never even heard of it.
And she's really good at geography. You should see her doing her homework.
I started out singing in a restaurant. Then a producer called me. Before I knew it, here I am. You don't say. You know, my daddy plays piano in a restaurant. Producers tend to look for talent. Trucy. Oh, let her believe her dad's.
But then again, she did also call her dad on talented earlier, so.
Lamiroir, you're not from Borginia originally? Were you born here?
That's a good song.
Well, oh, is that supposed to be a secret? Imagine image is everything when you're a star. I know a bit about that, of course. Of course you do. Biggest star in all of this town.
Trucy being like, image is all it's about being a star, and she's always wearing her freaking show outfit.
Ah, yes, it is something like this. A contract, you might say. I'm also not to speak anything but Borginian in public. Image is important, I guess.
Image is important, I guess. Yeah, we won't say anything, though. We won't say anything. Like, that's not our place.
She's not all image, though. Her songs are lovely. A real landscape painter in sound. A painter in watch? That's a...
Again, like, I'm almost so... Like, again, Trucy is not a ditz. She's not someone who's dopey. She's not the kind of, like, character that, like... Because I think this is a character that a lot of people would portray as silly or dumb sometimes, like, you know, especially in, like, maybe in artwork and things like that. They might be like, oh, she's really dumb and she's constantly tripping up over stuff. But really, like, again, she's tunnel vision, but she's really intelligent. Like, and she has a lot of great ideas. But she's also, like, the great comedic relief. Because, like, in these games, always, like, the girls are the comedic relief in these games. Like, always. Like, consistently and all the time. They are. Which is rare for most video games to have, like, the girl be, like... Because usually they have, like, in some video games, the girl is, like, the, kind of straight-laced, non-comedic character. And, like, the kind of straight man, as they would call it. But this is very different, I feel like. She travels the world, turning the sights she sees into music. It's beautiful. Beautiful way of putting it. That's the secret to music's beauty, right?
You're very perceptive. The song is so good.
Oh, I use your songs all the time on my stage act. For real?
I don't have to pay for royalties for that, do I?
No, not at all. Not when I'm around.
Stop while you're ahead, Trucy. This landscape painter in sound, too, is an image. Yet without it, my songs would not be so widely heard.
They even call you the Siren of Ballad, right? There we go, the Siren. We'd have to find the Siren.
Yes, in Borginian, Lamiroir means the Siren. I fear that perhaps already I'm not the Siren I once was.
So there we go. I don't know, should we be picking up on this right now? Because that's the first, because I'd be looking for the Siren, and if someone says Siren, I'd be like, oh my god. That's who we're looking for. Let's talk about Maki, an interesting character, who I don't think we should let outside. I understand social anxiety and understand anxiety, but in this situation, like, we have an unintended crime scene down the hallway. Not the best idea to leave anything unattended in the first place, so that is our fault. So, your penis, Maki, was it? He's cute, like a porcelain doll. That's actually a really good way of describing him, actually. That's a really good way of describing him. Like, he is very, like, perfect in a lot of ways in terms of, like, skin and, like, the color and, like, the outfit is very, like, dollish as well. By perfect, I mean, like, you know, their skin is, like, so clear and it looks like a porcelain doll. He's very European. This is like a thing, you know, thinking all Europeans look very perfect. I met him while singing in restaurants in Borginia. He is an orphan, yet his playing is exquisite. Soon he came to live with me. It's like a fairy tale almost. Trucy's so interested. I notice he hardly leaves your side. Yes, well, he is blind. At first, I hesitated at dragging him across the world. He doesn't speak English either, does he? He had never left Virginia before we met. That's a big deal. It's a big deal to leave a country for the first time, especially with someone like who's not like your mother or father. I made his presence part of my contract. Machi and I together are Lamiroir, together always. So interesting, like, so she has a very strong relationship with Maki. She has a very strong relationship with him. Mr. Lataus. Mr. Lataus was my new manager. New? Yes, from 3 months ago. Around when I received Mr. Gavin's invitation to come. I met Mr. Lataus at my office. He was to be my manager and bodyguard. He gave off bodyguard vibes, and as it turned out, my interpreter. Interpreter, even though you speak English? Yes. But we were to visit more places than just here. We had a concert in Japan and scheduled after this one. Though I fear that may have been cancelled now. Was Mr. Taus from the Republic of Borginia too? Well, he was with me only for 3 months. I'm afraid there is much I don't know about him. And now I shall never know. Wait. No one will ever tell me why he has died. I'm sorry. Prosecutor Gavin said we weren't to talk to him, so she knows he's dead. But it's not. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. Okay. We got that. Mr. House was a talented man. The Siren of the ballad. That phrase was his idea, you know. I'm happy for him that he has become so well known. The Siren? That's what he meant. Yep. Okay, I'm glad we picked up on this because this is something I wanted to pick up on as well. Or that we picked up on already. I think everyone picked up on it. Huh? Apollo? You are the Siren, right, Lamiroir? That is the meaning of my name in Borginian, yes. It was the name my producer gave to me. Why do you ask? It's very important. I had to know for sure if the Siren was you. I'm very, 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 very nervous as to what part she plays in this. I'll be honest with you guys. I don't know what part she's gonna play in this. I really don't. What do you mean important? I'll tell you. Oh yeah, just go. I think at this point it's about being like straight laced. It's about being like, okay, like that's all we can do. You deserve to know. Here we go. So like, okay, so what are we thinking so far? Like in terms of like theories and things like this, my theory so far is not airtight because I feel like this is one of those things that like is not how do I say it? It's not like concrete as it was in other trials. Not that like, oh, like it was always concrete or I was always very good at this or whatever. But sometimes I feel like it's a lot easier. It's a lot easier than it is this, because sometimes you have kind of an idea of what happened, even though like sometimes we get it very, very wrong. We do get it very, very wrong. But like my theory is that someone might have shot through this window over here because they talked about how it's not useful at, can I just examine this area for a second? It's not useful at close range. This is not the room, by the way, so okay, we don't even do that. And she witnessed it, of course, because why would he say the Siren? And Maki, maybe I'm just not trusting of Ace Attorney characters. Maki's off doing some funny business somewhere. He's off doing some funny business somewhere, isn't he? Let's talk about the Siren. Siren. It turns out that the very important word in this case. How? When we found Mr. Lataus, he was still alive. What? I heard him say something. His last words. Yeah. Mr. Lataus, can you hear me? Ask witness. Hang in there. Tell me who was the witness. The witness is Siren. Siren, one of my favorite horror games. He said Siren, really? But I'm sure that's what he said. Mr. Lataus said that? Ask the witness. And you're the Siren, Lamiroir. Did you see what happened? This is interesting now. Lamiroir, might I ask, are you with the police? Oh no. She might cut us off here. Well, no, I'm a defense attorney. An attorney? Yet there have been no arrests, yes? Is that a problem? Does an attorney not work for a client? Oh god, is she gonna cut us off, or is she gonna ask us to defend her? If you're no client, you should leave the... Yeah, she's being smart. She's being very smart about this. Very, very smart. And like the thing is, like, we kind of expected to be cut off at some point because again, we have to be like, because remember Emma Sky was even like, hey, you're not even a part of this, you know, yet. Even same with Gavin. And we have to play by the rules. Well, Lamiroir, I'm sorry, but I cannot answer your questions. I'm afraid you lack the authority to ask them. See, it was all very like pleasant, and then she brought in the whole like, then we brought up like actual stuff that could implement her in or implicate her in something, and she's not all about it. But who are we going to be able to defend in this trial? Who are we going to be able to defend? It might be her. We might actually get her to defend in the end, because I'm trying to think who we could defend, like a Maki maybe or something like that, or Gavin. That actually might be like someone we can invest, because like he has like the keys and stuff, I guess, and we have to like, yeah. Why? If she witnessed the crime, why won't she tell us? I believe we are through here. I believe so. Yeah, you're not getting anything about this. You're not getting anything more out of her. And like I don't even present stuff to her either, because she's like kind of like in a kind of like a hey, you're kind of done kind of mood. But like who else like we haven't arrested, no one's been arrested. You know, no one's been arrested. It's like at what point, like what, like I don't even know. Like this case is very confusing in terms of just like it's very open ended already, because we haven't even been assigned to defend someone yet. You know? Where can we go now? Where did Maki go? Well, let's check the Lamiroir's dressing room. Nothing's changed? Maybe the stage, maybe? Oh, wait. Things are different. What? Seeing these mirrors lined up like that makes me think I'm really in the dressing room. Oh, because Emma's gone. Look at all that makeup. All I know is they sure don't make for much of a clue. I guess she's not into makeup yet. That's fair enough. Like, it's all in your time. Maybe you'll never be into it. But it's all like, your own personal feelings on it. It's tough to get good at it. It's actually artistry sometimes. Like a lot of people don't even realize how, like, talented you have to be sometimes to get, like, because a lot of people just look at makeup, like, especially, like, guys, I think will look at makeup and be like, oh, that's just, like, you know, that's just, like, you know, you put that on right before. Some people do just put it on before they go out or wherever, like, but, like, some people, like, are, like, artists. That's what they call them, artists. Look at all these presents. Lamiroir sure is popular. I got a present once from a person in the audience. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Oh, it is. It's very cool. Maybe you'll get one too. So, you'll get one someday from someone you defend. That's called getting paid, and I certainly hope I do. We haven't gotten paid yet. Probably, actually. That's what I said. I think Phoenix definitely works a lot of pro bono cases. This is one of those things, right? At the barber's? It's one of those permanent hair things. I never tried one. Want to? I think I'll stick with my top hat. We have an understanding, me and my hat. It's just a hat, Trucy. No, like, again, Trucy, like, having an understanding with her hat makes perfect sense. And honestly, she doesn't mind the hat hair either. But that's a part of her personality, too, you know? Like, her taking off the hat and the hat hair flying everywhere, it's a part of her personality. And that's what's so good about these games, the way they do that type of stuff. What an amazing bouquet. I mean, it's giant. That's super dazzle-frazzle. Dazzle-frazzle? Yeah, it's super, and it makes you feel all dazzle-frazzle. Who taught you to say that? Oh, Daddy. I knew it. I mean, it's a good phrase. Is there anything different about this this body, though? Like, has anything changed? Like, the writing here? Eek, is that blood? Why don't you examine this one, Apollo? You know more about red stuff than I do. Yep. Says who? Something is strange about the blood, though. Is that what it looks like? And then we already got the paw. This body was holding a hearing. Do you think it belongs to the killer? If it's not Mr. Latouse's, that seems like a possibility. Yeah. Okay, I think this is. I think genuinely this is just like exploration for the sake of exploration, which I'm totally okay with. Oh, Apollo, can I eat some of those, please? Yeah, eat away. Better not, Emma. Emma will find out somehow. She will. How could you eat those without telling me? Yeah, I'll make sure to leave some for her to eat too. I don't think that's the issue here. Let Trucy eat. Actually, you know what? We need to find some food for her because honestly, it's been like a long time at a concert, and after a concert, you're exhausted. And now we're doing an investigation. She needs some food. What's this poster? Let's see. This summer, a Legal Eagles production of Case Closed. Looks like a poster for a different show. One I wouldn't mind seeing real soon. Yeah, he already talked about how he wanted to see the show. Okay, so I think we kind of like explored a lot of this already, I guess, at this point. Because even some of the stuff, I feel like they were repeated lines. Should we go back to the stage, maybe? No? So there's something in Lamiroir's dressing room. She's gone, though. No, sorry, in the other dressing room. I wonder. Can we present some stuff to her, I wonder? Like this? Would you mind taking a look at this, Lamiroir? I'm sorry, I'm not sure what to say. I wish I could help you. Don't worry about it. It's only one of the most pleasant refusals I've had. Yeah, she's very pleasant, but it's kind of worrying me that way. What about this? That reminds me. Does this brooch look familiar to you? My brooch? Yes, well, it may be mine. Oh, yours, Lamiroir. I was wearing a brooch earlier, you see. I must have lost it. Well, that explains the brooch we found. It was Lamiroir's. Thank you. I was wondering where I dropped it. So this brooch belongs to her. That begs the question. Is something wrong, Apollo? What was this brooch doing at this crime scene? Exactly. What do you think about guns? Would you mind taking a look at this? Oh, she's not going to take a look at it. It's fine. It's fine. What about this keychain? You ever see this? Would you mind taking a look at this? Okay, it's nothing in this as well. What about this? No? Okay, what about your own little things here? What are this? You want to talk about yourself? Okay, so she doesn't want to look at any of these. Oh, we should also present to her, this. Would you mind taking a look at this some more? Oh. Okay, so none of this really. Is there anything here we missed? Oh. You see words written upon the postcards? They say a landscape painter in sound. A landscape painter in sound, like Trucy said. That's a nice image. Anything that she can direct us to, maybe? That might be different. That might be different. What am I missing here? Again, this just seems like another, we can't present her anything else. We can't talk to her about anything else, can we? No, we can't. I'm gonna double check if we can maybe present the postcard now. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay, so it has to be somewhere else. Because like last time it was like something so simple. Backstage hallway? Oh, it was literally just finding the last piece of information. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. July 8, 12:22 a.m. Backstage hallway. Whoa, who's there now? Oh, it's Emma Sky. Oh, we didn't leave it unattended. We were just literally going bathroom, and I was afraid, so Trucy was going to wait outside the bathroom just in case anyone came in, you know, because the lock is locked. Where were you? Emma. Is something wrong? She looks grumpier than usual. You bet something's wrong. The impossible happened. No. No. Is the body gone? She said the impossible. Maybe this is about us leaving the crime scene? What do you mean by impossible? Is the body gone? Well, it's gone. Utterly gone. There it is. What's gone? The body, stupid. What else? Don't call Trucy stupid, please. Mr. Toast's body has disappeared. What? July 8th, Lamiroir's dressing room. So who could have taken it then? It's either the only people who were outside were the Radian, or whatever his name was, Crescend, Maki, that weird magician scumbag dad guy. By the way, scumbag dad's really funny, and he's actually a really good person as well. So he's not actually a scumbag. And there's Gavin, Prosecutor Gavin. From your vacant stare, I gather you have heard the news. I heard Mr. Tao's body has gone missing. Look for yourself. This isn't good. This is really bad. Quite the pickle. Quite the pickle.
How can you just stand there? We have to start the
There's no need for an alarm for the young detective. All entrances and exits have been sealed. The body will not leave the building. So I suggest you go find yourselves a cadaver. There'll be plenty of time to ponder the whys later.
Well, you seem pretty sure of yourself, Mr. Gavin.
Oh well, we'll find him. I'm rather enjoying this.
How come Mr. Tao's body just disappeared? That's what's crazy. Someone had to drag it out, of course. Well, you heard the man. Let's get searching. Hey, I don't know if this is exactly the right time, but...
Yes, Diane?
See, Geeter's gone missing. He was in the dressing room. Geeter's? Oh, the guitar? Geeter? Who's Geeter? That's what I call my guitar. You like, man?
Your guitar was stolen?
This hasn't been a good day for guitars or Geeters.
Okay, body first, then guitar. And if someone finds that guitar, please bring it to our dressing room.
Geeter's like a missing person, not lost and found, man. So we have like a whole different situation here where like a body has gone missing. So what this means is that like if Gavin didn't do it, then like the only person who could do it is either Weirdo Magician or Maki, right? But Maki's so small and is a porcelain doll. How could Maki do that? That doesn't make any sense. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Thank you so much for getting into this and always supporting this series. I love reading the comments on this series because it's always very fun. And you always have like very fun things to say about the series. I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. Now, people said this trial is kind of controversial, so we'll see how that goes. But I want to say thank you to Ty Fire 2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, Normal Cara, The Ghost of Inazuma, Felicious Felix, George Candelaria, Eskund, Yuld, Radish, Fruity, Orange Bang, Summer Oasis, Death Trap, Anusta, Ciabatta Bread, and Malcolm Kunde. I'll see you guys for the next episode.